Well, hello everyone. We're gonna get started here in a couple minutes. Sorry about missing the last couple days. I had a lot of stuff going on. Had some work stuff, and then after, what would it be? It would have been Tuesday. After Tuesday, I had to like record a bunch of stuff, and I was all jam-packed with work. I couldn't get a bunch of stuff done during work, which I tend to try and do when there's downtime. It's been super busy at the office. And so I don't have the time that I typically do. So I had to take a couple days, which sucked because I wanted to play some more. But what that did allow me to do is it allowed me a couple days to kind of think of how I wanted to proceed. Now, one of the downsides here, I think, to jumping immediately into demonic difficulty is that I don't really have a sense of what the future of the game, of the campaign holds. And so there's definitely going to be some unoptimal decisions that I make just because I'm kind of figuring out the game as I play it. So is it going to be, like I said, optimal? No. Some of the chapters are going to be a little bit harder than they maybe should be. Hey, Axel, how's it going this evening? Glad to see you here, buddy. So I made some changes to the classes of some of my characters. And so this is kind of one of the things that I mean is that, you know, that's gold that I could have spent elsewhere that I'm using on Astro Coins to swap around classes. Technically speaking, let me think. How many did I actually switch? I think one I would have had to switch. Really, the difference is, did they come a certain way? Like, did they come with a tier 1 promotion and I had to swap them? Or had I already made a decision and I changed my decision? I think, so there's two that I made a decision and then I decided to change it. And then there was, I think, only one. Valyria I ended up changing. Because I don't think, as far as my playstyle goes, she was not really working, and I felt like I was kind of being handicapped because I was kind of down a unit, right? Especially on that last map. She wasn't really... I couldn't really get her to pull her weight, and one of the things that I was looking for is I was looking for a few more units that I can put in front of enemies that aren't going to die in one hit. I don't think... I was feeling a little lacking there. It felt like the losses that we were getting were from enemies just getting ganged up by like, you know, two enemies, maybe a third, and they were just crumbling. But also looking at her passive and the other character that I swapped her with, or not really swapped her with, but you'll see. It made more sense with their passives of what I actually did with them. So we'll see. If Axel approves, then we're good. Because Axel's key advice helped us win Chapter 5 with some help from others in the chat, but I'll still give Axel credit for that. Other than that, I've been spending a lot of time prepping Felseal. Felseal is... man, that game is way deeper than I initially thought. So one of the things I realized after Tuesday stream that I never addressed Joel's question. Or I don't remember. I think it was someone else's question, but I know Joel chimed in on it. It was about Final Fantasy Tactics, and I was like, oh, wait till the end of this turn, I'll explain it. And then I never did. So really briefly, Final Fantasy Tactics, a game that like I would like to play. I'm so hesitant to jump in though because of it. Because the only real like good way to play it is via an emulator. I just don't really like playing with emulators. I don't have anything against them by any means. It's just kind of like the mechanics of trying to, like, I don't know. It's never really jived with me. Like a game that needs a memory card, but you can save it in the actual program, and it's just never felt great to me. So I'm hoping that there's going to be a remake soon. And soon within, like, you know, within 2 years is, like, soon for me, right? Obviously, it'd be nice. There's been rumors forever It'd be super nice if there was. But that's the hope. That's the hope. I keep like pushing it off. It's like, no, remake will come out, remake. But then, you know, you're gonna have people, should you play the remake? Should you play the original? Who knows? I use her as an off tank. Oh wait, my chat is weird. Let's see. I use her an off tank. They can take 1 or 2 hits with dodges, but also as a, I forgot what it is. What is it? Nightblade? Okay, we'll see, because we just hit 6 o'clock. So let's go ahead and jump in, and we'll see what we did. So let's go ahead and load up. So, the changes that we made. Let's see. So Valeria is now a gallant, or gallant. As I was looking at her, so basically what I did, now Gwyn is not a, again, what is it? Nightblade. She's not a Nightblade. I've made her a Seeker now. After looking at these 2 units, I felt like their passives were a little bit flip-flopped for what they were doing. So Gwyn felt a little like, it's kind of one of those things where, kind of like in Those Who Rule, where I was planning stuff out based on the kind of story of the game, and then once I actually looked into their passives, it's like, oh, this isn't necessarily how I should be playing them. It kind of flipped. Text is on the screen. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. So with Gwyn, the thing is that killing an enemy grants light block equal 20%, was her passive, but she was also dealing, if we go over to Honorclad, which comes from Gallant or Gallant, I'm gonna mess it up every time. She deals extra damage against enemies above 50 HP. Well, it was very rare for her to actually get a kill from that range. So I figured, well, instead of that, let's just set her up as like a backline archer that can kill things, because my archers anyway aren't really killing enemies from full HP. And then on the flip side, with Valeria, she gets extra power while at full HP. Well, sure, that works if she's a dodge tank because she's never getting hit, but at the same time, she didn't have a whole lot of power, so it just like didn't feel like she was getting that much out of it. So I've kind of flipped them. You know, she also has her natural heal just for being her, so it helps her get that extra power. You know, she can heal, then get extra, you know, she can heal herself up to full, get that extra power boost. So I feel like this is just a better swap. Again, I wanted Gwyn to be the Gallant, but because of those passives, I made that swap. So, like, unfortunately, you know, I did put the HP elixir on her. I think I also put the defensive one. So, like, you know, there's definitely some unoptimal plays here, but we're kind of learning as we go. Gallant Valeria is a weird choice. So why do you say that? Right? Because if she's getting extra power, I feel like I want to go with a class. I also think it's strange. All right, well, I mean, we'll see how it plays out. I could definitely be wrong. But again, I'm kind of looking at her headstrong and just want to give her more power while she's at full HP. So we'll see. Oh, I guess it's heal an ally. She can't heal herself. Well, so looking beyond that, I guess. Gallant wants to take damage. Yeah, I get that. Right, it's at full HP. I totally get that. So, looking past that then, I think the other way to look at this is that Gwyn has a bonus for killing an enemy, and it felt like it was almost like mixed signals to have the additional damage against enemies above 50 HP, where basically I want it to be killing things. So it's like, you know, you kind of want to set her up to get kills, but at the same time, you also want to get that bonus damage. So I don't know, just something I was thinking about. We'll give it a shot. Worst case, it doesn't work out, but I don't know. We'll see. So now's the same. Okay, so the only other thing I did, I think that's the only swap I did. Yeah, so the only other thing was Riordan. Initially, I was going to make him My initial plan was to make him a quick draw and make Zanel a tamer. But after looking at Riordan's stats and swapping him over to quick draw, I just don't feel like his speed is really good enough for what he's doing. And I wanted another kind of frontline unit because I'm not sure that I'll keep Benji. And I'll have like Valeria and Alden be my frontliners. And so I think Riordan coming in as a ranger here plays into his higher defensive stats. Because he already kind of had, like, when we were playing in the 3rd chapter, like, there were a couple times where I was okay with him taking damage because he had more defense than the other units around him. And as a ranger, that felt a little weird. So I ended up swapping him over to ranger, so that way he can be another frontline unit for us. Because the idea here is Cassandra eventually is going to be a more backline healer with magic damage as opposed to axe. Zanel Tamer is still really good for Monkey. Yeah, I mean, she's still, that's, right now, I'm not sure. Well, for right now, I haven't swapped her just because I don't want to use all my money because I'm assuming I'm going to get extra coins. And so if I want to make that swap, I can. Obviously, that'll help her do more damage. I'm wondering how much the drop in speed is going to matter. Right now, she's very good at getting doubles. So, you know, again, we'll see. You know, it drops her power, but pet commands do a little bit extra damage. So, you know, you want Zanel to be a tamer for gold. Well, yeah. And so the thing that I also... Quick draws rift class, tame is just for gold. But you don't need to be... You don't need to be tamer of the monkey ability. It's just so that the monkey will do more damage. But from what I read on the Discord, if the monkey doesn't get the kill, you don't get the gold. Like, if you use the ability, but her bow gets the kill, then you just don't get the gold. You also don't use the mana either. No? So is everyone wrong? Monkey doesn't have to kill, just hit. As long as it hits and the enemy dies. And so is the monkey... So, like, if she's doubling, does it then go her attack, monkey, her attack? Because we were getting three hits with her in the last chapter. So I'm assuming that would have to be the order. Because otherwise, if monkey is last, then monkey is basically always getting the kill regardless. So then you would want this pet damage. There's a ring that gives a unit 1 power for every kill or something like that. So she one-shots with monkeys. Gold. I don't know if I have it. See, that's the other issue right now, right? Is that because I had to use gold for promotions, I'm not... Well, to be fair, I'm not buying these anyway. I guess it's really these that I'm not buying. I'm kind of out of these. I think that I've already upgraded everybody's... Let's see, abilities. I think I've already gotten everyone upgraded that I could. Yeah. Oh, I do have bonds, but right now... I'm going to be honest, a lot of these, I think I'm just going to play them off stream, because I don't know if you guys particularly care about seeing these. Obviously, there's gems that come with them. Can I just skip through it? Oh, okay, perfect. I think we're just going to do this, and we're going to take a look at what, skip. Going to take a look at what rings we can make before we go into the next chapter. Oh, yeah, no. I would definitely do the bonds. It's just a matter of, are we going to, look through them? And personally, I don't really care. So, I've also... Yeah, so the axe that I initially gave, I don't remember if I did it on stream or not, but basically we picked up an axe at some point. If you want to read them, they're under archive. Okay, perfect. I just swapped the axe over to Riordan since he needs an axe, and we have every debuff on an enemy increases damage by 2, which is going to be nice because eventually I think I'm going to make Cassandra a ritualist and go for like a bunch of bleeds. Because that works with somebody else. I don't remember who it was. Someone else worked with debuffs. We'll figure that out. Maybe it was just Cassandra and Kamari that worked together. So let's look at rings here. Let's see here. Dodge increased. Grants 20 mastery for all master scaling. If you guys see anything that is suggestible, I will take suggestions. My initial thought is that charged ring on Arthur would be good, since we basically always want to be using his spells. Let's see. I mean, anti-mage ring just seems very good in general. Speed and dexterity, defense and fortitude. Like, this seems a great ring. For just, like... I mean, so, like, it seems like it would be good on Valeria. Because, honestly, like, her defensive stats aren't the best. Ah, competitor ring. That's what we were talking about. Okay. Which would use... Okay, and then if I wanted to do like this, well, I wouldn't have enough of the purple ones. What else do we have? I got access to a lot of extra rings, obviously, because we just got a bunch of extra gems. Yeah, I definitely need gold, so we'll go with that. The kills grant +1 power. We'll put that here. And then, is there anything else we want to do? Or do we just hold? You guys are farther in the game than me, so you guys would know if there's something that I should hold on to. Hold these onto for. To me, it doesn't look like there's initially anything that's like super exciting. Except for maybe like the harmony ring, but like that can kind of go on anybody. Take the mana ring, but maybe you don't have enough. I don't think I don't think I do. I'd have to see. Well, actually, I can't even buy a gem, but it's clearly it's not up there anymore. So likely one of the ones that I already did. 5. Yeah. What was it called again? Is it called Mana Ring? Forgot what it was called. Archmage. No, I think I already passed it. Not Astral. Yeah, I already passed it. Ability. Charge ring. Oh, charge ring. There we go. Yeah, I need one more of the emerald. Need one more of the emerald. Can't afford it though. That's okay. We'll pick it up later. We'll pick it up later. All right. So let's go ahead and jump in. Chapter 6. I'm ready. Let's go. A tearing wheel? Whoa, that is a different art style. I was not prepared for that.
Sylvan people.
Wow. I've read stories about the Weald, but to see with my own eyes is...
It's seriously something else, huh?
This place is all the Weald is. Beautiful, tranquil, and home. How sad that so many of your people are denied the chance to know this beauty for themselves.
It is sadder still that scores of our own people were denied the breadth of their lives by human hands.
I'd imagine neighbors like Asverell paint quite the poor picture of us.
You think Asverell to be the only kingdom of man to wage war? Their empire rose as all have. Homes built upon bone, crops fertilized with blood.
I believe it may be prudent to focus on the matter of the wards.
Yes, it would. Come, we will meet in the Grand Hall.
That is pretty rich, though, coming from a blood ritualist that really specializes in using blood
And
for
that's
combat.
Everything we know. Now your turn. Tell us about the blood feud.
Very well. Zanil.
Oh,
if you would.
Zanil, not Zanel?
Right.
Interesting.
The Sylvans have long abhorred war, but we still practice battle, both to protect our borders and for matters of ceremony. What you saw between us was one such ceremony.
Then it's more of a ritual than a war?
Indeed. When our tribes cannot agree, the matter is resolved by way of combat.
Zanil wished to open the Weald to the wider world. I did not. And so, she and her Kasaba have been so bold as to challenge my Kaaba.
Go figure. She doesn't really seem the type.
No, she does not. It would seem we are both poor judges of character, human.
Not all of our kind are willing to hide behind the oaken wall our whole lives.
You are young, foolish, eager, and ambitious. Such a mixture brews within the heart a draught deadlier than the vilest of poisons. And its name is hubris.
Is it hubris, Kamari, or a conviction? I believe the Weald should join Verroa, not shun it.
And you are wrong. Verroa cannot even care for its own people, but the Weald provides. We've no need for them and their politics.
Yeah, Axel, I agree. This game is great. I think that they're doing a lot of really positive things. A lot of things that I like seeing as changes. Like, one of the big ones to make the gameplay a little bit more engaging, for me at least, is like having every map have side missions. Because there's only so many times that I can see kill all enemies or survive X rounds where I'm just like, okay. I mean, that it makes the combat feel like one-dimensional. And so when you add in 2 other sub-objectives, like, obviously it gives the player a little bit more agency as to if they want to get the extra rewards, but also it kind of splits your attention, which is just more engaging in general. So, like, yeah, there's definitely a lot of things that, are keeping true to the genre while also, like, pushing it forward a bit and just making it really engaging to play. And so far, the classes are great. I can't wait to see the next tier of promotions and seeing, like, what classes are available, because there's already a lot of, like, really unique and interesting options in the first tier, and I'm hoping they go just, like, balls to the wall with the next tier.
I suppose that means you also have no need of our aid?
Ordinarily, you would be correct, but these are exceptional circumstances, and so exceptions are to be made.
So, what's the plan then?
There is a place not far from here that houses the Central Ward. There I can determine the source of our woes. Be warned. Of late, the Ward's sanctum has become a most treacherous place. You will help us retrieve it.
We're ready, if you would show us the way.
Then let us waste no time. I need not tell your kind to be prepared for a fight, but I will warn you nonetheless. Hold a moment, you.
Me? Not sure why you'd bother. You'd be better off talking to Gwyn or Alden.
No, I would not. I wish to speak to you. Tell me, boy. I've never seen an elf like you before.
Yeah? Thanks for sharing. You can join the club and keep it to yourself next time.
I see I am not the first to make this observation.
Look, just call me half-breed or mutant or whatever. That's what you types always want.
Oh, is that
I
actually...
only wondered how one such as you anything to travel with these churls.
So is he actually only, so he's half elf, half human? Because I kind of assumed that he was like an adopted child of Irving. I didn't think that he was actual blood. I guess mostly because, and this is weird considering that it's, you know, style with anime, but that because they all have completely different hair colors, obviously they could have dyed it, right? But Gwyn having like black and red, Rory to have more purple, Alphonse, too much fell seal, Arthur having white plus being an elf. Okay, interesting. So do we know then? Well, I guess maybe if you've gotten deeper in the game, maybe it's revealed who all three of their parents are, but I'm assuming that means that they can't all have the same mother.
Because one such as you abandoned me on the street, left their baby to die in the cold. Don't know why.
Okay, he
and
is adopted.
Churls saved me.
Well, based on the story so far.
My father.
It's lore later, no worries.
Me.
Okay, perfect. I figured
Their
it would have to
family.
get addressed at some point.
You think an act of kindness is enough to make a family of these people?
It's certainly better than the ears.
Answer my question.
I'm not like them, but they love me anyway. You could learn from them, you know that?
I did not
Come
play the
now,
first
you
game,
two.
Joel.
We cannot afford to delay any longer.
She's right. You're wasting time. Let's go.
Behind that icy veneer of his burns quite the fire. How curious. We are here.
Yeah, I did not play the first game, but in the interview, which I have mentioned a couple different times with Link Knight, there was a portion where they were talking about this specific topic, and they actually did a good job of talking around the situation without giving too much information, mostly from Link's side, right? Obviously, Chip was not going to give away any spoilers, but Link did a really good job of just saying, like, basically, he basically, the way he said it was like, there's somebody in the first game who I think would have been a good match with Irving, but, like, is it this person? Do we know? And so basically he did it without saying the name. So don't spoil it. Okay, so yeah, so probably if you've played the first game, there's already a theory. Like, again, because I've never played the first game, I'm assuming maybe there's a love interest, or there's someone who's, like, clearly the shippy of the relationship. I don't fully know, but the way that he was talking about it made it seem like if you played the first game, you probably can surmise who the mother is, but I don't think that reveal is going to mean anything to me, but we'll see when we get there. Maybe it'll be a character that, like, shows up, isn't revealed to be the mom, but you're like, oh, hey, I recognize her, and then, I don't know, something like that. But anyway.
You weren't kidding. I'm no mage, but even I can see there's some wicked magic
why
in
the
the air.
trees? Why the
See how
trees?
The roots writhe and coil? The very forest
God
itself
dang it.
shudders in pain.
Are the wards really capable of causing such a thing?
No. There is a seed of corruption buried here that must be uprooted. I only hope that Zanil's ambition did not sow that seed.
I suppose we'll know soon enough. To arms, people!
The trees aren't the worst. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Toxic gas, 2 poison per turn. Purify shrine curses, win by turn 9. I have 10 turns to win. Okay. We have the dogs, magic damage, and also more tanky. Oh, incredible. That's actually not too bad. Like they're kind of just like average stats, actually. Right? Because didn't the trees have like 14 defense? Like that's a nightmare. Yeah, it's a little bit more balanced. Okay. So we got one. Let's see. Okay, so we got 1 chest, 2 chests, 3 chests. Where's the 4? I was hoping for a rhyme. Okay, so we can purify there. Purify there. So those are the shrines we have to purify. And then just win by turn 9. And what is the win? Seize. Okay, we're seizing there. What is this? Deactivate? Oh, that's going to get rid of poison, right? Okay, that makes sense. Because I was like, how the frick am I supposed to get through there? So... what do we have over here? When below 50% max HP, defense and fortitude increases. Okay, so it's the same thing on both of these. Oh, these guys are tankier, but they are elites. Okay. And they do magical damage. So that's going to be an Alden thing. I mean, we got magic damage everywhere, right? But take that into account. Huh, okay. Shoot you in the back. Let me think here. You've also got decent fortitude, so you're probably going to go this way. Probably going to send you up this way. So I think we're splitting here. So if you're going that way, that means I want Cassandra going this way. Okay. I think... okay, I think I know what I'm doing. Is this game good? Joe, this game is great. This game is fantastic. It's freaking hard if you play it on the hardest difficulty, but it's fun. It's fun difficulty. If you are a fan of Fire Emblem, then you will definitely be a fan of this. This is Fire Emblem with some modern improvements, I would say. Okay. Let's hold on that one. So, let's see here. I mean, you guys are super tanky, right? So, yeah. So, like in this instance, okay, yeah. So this is definitely the monkey. So it's us, monkey, us. Okay. So let's see. How do we want to start this off? So we've sent in Alden. I'm not going to be able to get off a Lunar Reeve right yet. No one's close enough for that.
Happily.
Let's see, so you can't come here. You can come there. You can come there. So as long as I can kill one of these, then I'm taking 3. Well, actually, no. You're probably going to go somewhere else.
Sure thing.
So let's do this.
I'm here. Don't worry.
And then from there, the question is, what am I doing from here?
Always moving.
Not quite enough. Let's see. So if I go like... I'm trying to think if you want to come around. So then let's do this.
Hold still for
I put the banner down.
On the path.
There we go.
Fight as one. Progress cannot be stopped. Spreading my wings.
Yeah, so Symphony of War is another game that I'm looking to check out eventually. Got to get through my current ones first, though. But better than Fire Emblem? I suppose it matters which one that you're talking about. I've got to be, man, I've got to be next to, yeah, I've got to be next to, so I can actually heal there. I can with Arthur, though, but the question is, am I sending Arthur this way? I guess maybe I'm sending Cassandra this way. Because I do have Kamari. Yeah, okay, so let's do this.
Steady.
So we can keep Alden nice and healthy. That also gives Valeria some extra block if she needs it. But I think I need one more down here. Maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of units up here. So let's see here. I'm going to see what I can do. So if we block these guys in, I would have to kill at least the tree. So what if I put Saxon in here? And just charged up. Maybe that's dangerous. Unicorn Overlord is also great. Definitely different. Definitely different. But great nonetheless. There's definitely less positional importance in Unicorn Overlord from what I remember. Well, it's not even from what I like, because there's definitely some positional importance, because you do have some abilities that like you have to reach enemies by a certain point, because everything is like it's like real-time movement. I take quite a... Actually, taking a chunk of damage there isn't so bad. But just I loved... Because so I'm a big fan... This is going to sound weird, but I like spreadsheeting teams. So I like having just like a bunch of pieces. So like all these characters, and see like, okay, here's my base character with passives, what works good on them, or in Unicorn Overlord's case, taking all these different characters and being like, okay, so let's start at the top. This like character A works really well in combination with character B. Okay, let's have them be a pair. Character C works really well with D and E. So they're going to be a trio. And then who else can I, like, what are they weak against? Okay, let's figure out what unit is really strong in this squad that supports them. Okay, now we need another piece. So it's like, I love taking all these pieces and just like putting them into spreadsheets and just building them. That's like half the fun of those squad-based games for me.
We're in this together.
And so Unicorn Overlord was perfect for that. Perfect. You know what? Let's put you here, so that way you can't get attacked by the tree.
Yep. Let me help. I'm overflowing with radiance.
Alrighty. So now, assuming we beat the level, we can now... After this, basically, we're going to be able to promote Cassandra. Nice miss. Oh, and Saxon with the crit! Coming in against that bear. fact that you can customize your own units. Yeah, depending on, I mean, because you can change like their growths, right? For me, like, I'm not a big fan of like mercenary systems. I like playing the story characters as opposed to just like generic units. Even though it might be technically better in some cases to, let's see, can we live this? I mean, we're still alive. You know, it might be technically better to use a mercenary unit in some cases, but I just like using the story characters. Or the named characters, I suppose is a better way to put it.
It didn't have to be.
Can't really do that in DD2. You have story stuff.
I'm really picking this up.
Well, you can customize them in terms of like their class, but depending on what you mean by customization, it is limited. Okay, here. So clearly we're going to be healing Alden. Luckily we got a little bit of time though, because I mean we're going to be able to close these out. So let's see. Probably going to be killing the bear. Seems like you can't have a... seems like you have a lot of different characters. Right now I do. Well, right now I actually don't think that I do. This is all original characters that you start with, except for these three. These three just joined last chapter, but the other 7 joined it. Well, I guess that's not true because Valeria and Alden joined after the first, but they're all essentially early units. So, you know, if you look at the inventory of characters that we get, or open slots, we're only about 1/3 of the way full. And that doesn't mean that, you know, that just fills out. I'm assuming there could be a scroll meter. Okay, so let's go ahead and take out Mr. Bear.
Fight as one.
But there's definitely enough variety in characters here and enough variety in classes that you're not going to get bored. There's a lot of different stuff to do here. So if I want to get ballsy... If I wanted to get ballsy... actually...
Sure thing.
No, because then I would have to do that.
I got this.
Wish I could test this. 21, if 13 defense. Oh, no, that wouldn't go over well. That wouldn't go over well at all. So I think that I should just heal Alden this turn. I was wondering if I could get away with not healing Alden this turn and waiting until next turn. I think there probably is a way. The safe way is just to heal and then just go for the kills. But like... Oh, maybe not, maybe not. Because you are a chunky boy. But you're doing 14. I can heal you for 19. Oh, plus you can self-heal. So let's do that. So let's have... Let's see.
Who, me?
Yeah, Valeria can come up here. God, you can't get a kill there, really? Okay, so then let's do this. Oh, I could also heal Alden with Valeria too. That's right. Oh, better idea. Better idea. Oh, but I have to be next to him. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna heal Alden. We're then going to...
We need to move.
Arthur can come up here, use his Lunar Reeve. So we can start building that up for later. We get the block. And then, since I can't get the kill here, will apply heavy blind, which will also heal Alden. Slightly, but it will still heal. And then you only have 32% chance to hit. Yeah, I'll go for that. Nice.
Hold nothing back.
I like more to have heroes and squads. I tend to agree with that. Honestly, Axel, I do. I like unit-based gameplay as opposed to squads. It was a nice change of pace to have a squad game. I wouldn't want every game, every strategy RPG to be squad-based, but the way that Unicorn Overlord did it, I really liked. I'm sure when I actually get into, let's see, what are we doing here? So we're healing here. That's pretty much guaranteed. Let's see. I think the downside with like Symphony of War to me is I guess it's technically the same thing as combat's going on here, but I like the fact that I could control a little bit more combat in the squad-based gameplay of Unicorn Overlord. Okay, let's do this. So, Kamari, you're gonna block here.
They didn't stand a chance.
And we got to kind of be a little bit on the move here in order to get this done in time.
Time to ride.
They didn't stand a chance.
So I think... Give me fortitude. Oh, we have pretty low fortitude. Although if you get this kill, you're gonna have light block. Do I even need that? Yeah, I do.
So powerful.
So that way she draws this tree unit. And I can start killing him on their turn. Just trying to make as much forward progress as I can with the time I have given. Downside is he might come down here. But we'll move you as far forward as I can.
Alrighty.
And we'll make sure to get you nice and healthy. Yeah, and I think him actually coming for Kamari is actually a good thing, since we can get more damage on him that way.
Ah, I've read about these.
Right, because that's now a pretty easy kill. Oh, one thing that I did want to address really quickly,
I'll see it done.
because I had a bit of a question about it. So... Now, I can't see it here. Maybe I can see it on Valeria. Let me take a look here real quick. Where would it be? Oh, no, it wouldn't be on here. So, I had a question about the light block. Because when I was looking at this before, basically, there's a tooltip I had where it said, like, you gain... 15 stacks of light block, but then in the in that blue box up there, it said like 17 instead. And so basically the tooltip and the actual skill itself or passive were conflicting, and I wasn't sure if that was intentional or not. And on I actually asked Chip on Discord, and he said no, it's just it's a It's not a visual bug, but like it's a back-end thing. He's looking into it. I don't know which one is correct, but just in case you guys see that, just know that it is a bug, and that's not supposed to be the case. Okay, so we got 2 trees up here that I gotta worry about. How far can you guys come down? Because basically I'm gonna be pulling these first. Oh, so these are going to reduce the stats. Ooh, that's actually fine because I'm not... Benji's probably going to hit the bench at some point, but, you know, he's there. So... Can we get the kill? We can get the kill if we do the Brutal Strike. And so you can, yeah, so you can only go there. So let's go ahead. Well, actually, it doesn't matter now that I think of it, because they can hit ranged. And I don't have anything that can hit that far. Okay. So we'll wait there. You don't have your... We could go charge... Yeah, let's go ahead and set up here. For next turn.
Let me handle this.
I'm there.
Set up back here so that way he doesn't take an unnecessary... Actually, your fortitude... Wait, I gotta remember, your fortitude is actually insanely good, so that was probably wrong. It's actually better than Kamar. Okay, yeah. I gotta remember that. I keep thinking like that he's on par with Gwyn for where they were at fortitude wise, but he's actually way better. So I definitely should have put him up here. Well, I guess we'll see if he dies. If he dies, we're not going too far anyway. Now we just have this one to deal with. The problem is I can't really get there.
Let's do it.
So what can I do here? I think I'm just gonna save my mana. So let's do this. Let's put you here. Get another heal in. And then, Zanil, you have, like... Oh, I can't hit you anyway. Ooh, I gotta be careful about that, too. Oh, I gotta be careful about all these units. Hold up. Hold up. So now we got issues. Potentially. Because, like, this is a good spot to put someone to tank these, but then you got this guy staring you square in the face. So I think what I might have to do... Okay, what's this range? Your range like that? I don't have anything range 3 is the problem. So I think I'm going to put Valyria here to pull in these 3. So you can only attack me from one side. You could come here, and then you could come down here, unless you want to go for Alden.
Let's do it.
Okay.
On the path.
So then let's hold up here.
They're mine.
And let's hold there. Great miss. Great miss. Great miss. Yeah, I should have put Roared in. I gotta remember better that he's better in Fortitude than I think he is. Because I just like, I have that mental shortcut. It's like, oh, you have armor, you suck against magic. But he's like actually pretty good against magic. Oh, frick me. I thought we would be able to defend against this way better. Okay, I think we're screwed. Okay, we're 100% screwed. I thought she could tank. I thought she could tank that way better. I thought she'd be way better suited for that.
Wow.
So you were here. I'm still okay with the squads we had. Except that I probably don't need Saxon going this way. Wait, how did I get the extra what did I do to get the extra 5 fortitude? I don't recall what I did. Oh, I also gotta remember that if we debuff enemies, I can hit them for a crap ton. It's defeated. Yeah, I don't remember how I got up to... I don't remember how I got up to 11 fortitude. So now I gotta remember what I did. So I know I went repulsor shield.
Be decisive.
And then did I use monkey? I feel like I did something else first. So you have the AFK ring that buffs him. I don't think so. No, I don't have any rings. Because I'm not crazy. Like, he had 11 fortitude before, right? What am I missing? No rings. It wasn't anything here. No rings. And who was, I guess Ben, I guess you were up there? No rings. Yeah, I have no idea. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm such an idiot. No, that would have only brought it up to... Oh, no, it was 10. He was sitting on a fucking plant. I'm a dumbass. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Moving it.
Yeah, so I know we did this.
Hold still for a moment.
How do we get that kill before?
Yes?
Be decisive.
What am I missing? How did we get this kill before? Combat. So the extra 3 would get him to 1. I guess that should kill him, right? Apply bleeds, and then after combat, he bleeds out. Yeah.
Spreading my wings.
I'll do it.
Let's see. So we come up here.
I can do this. Easy turtle. Am I getting
Benji
it?
hurts my head just using a pull. Otherwise, I had Gwen. Yeah, initially I had Gwen as another Gallant, but I wanted to try this instead. Brings him to 2.
Let me at him.
Okay, I figured that would not be right.
Brutal. Us or them.
It had to be done.
Way to make it happen. Put me in, coach.
And then we can do this.
Coming.
And then we can do this, so that way we can do that. There we go.
I'm overflowing with radiance.
Want to see how he handles his Nightblade? I'll be honest, I did not really like Nightblade. Nightblade is a little bit scary playing on Demonic, just because you're like really relying on those dodges. And then if they do get hit, they just like die. So I didn't want to have to rely on that, which is why I swapped Valeria off. Give Benji the brink gives him 5 more armor and 5 fort when he does wait. Being super useful to pull in units. Yeah, I think that's... Okay, we already went into this situation, so we know we're good. On the right side, really? Oh, wait. Yeah, someone... Who is not supposed to... No, I guess this was... Why was I thinking that this was going to be a tough side? Yeah, I don't know why I thought this was going to be a tough side. Oh, right. Duh. I was originally going to have Saxon go this way. And then I fucked up and sent him this way.
Time
All
to
right.
ride.
We'll come back this way. Let's see here. Let's see. Think what we're gonna do. You guys only have 2 range. Because I could kill here, but I think I just need to heal. So we kill here. So if I go here. And then how am I finishing you off?
They will know fear.
That's not enough. I could bleed and then smack you with the organ. How much damage do you do? No, that's not gonna be enough. Warning you, it spawns behind you at some point. Okay, thank you for the warning. So how are we clearing this one? It's a little bit different now that I don't have Saxon with his insane doubles. Probably just want to go for insane bleeds. Or we hex the bear and then we can easily kill the trees. I think I like that a little bit more.
To dust. I shall bleed you dry.
No, Gwyn cannot kill the bear.
They didn't stand a chance.
Let me help.
I'm really picking this up.
Keep it up.
Yeah, see, that's how we got the extra 1. We got a level up, got in fortitude, and then we're standing on the bush. But we can go here. Get this kill, and then do the same thing. Have Benji come over here to purify. Yeah, I'll definitely get that going. I just didn't want to use it here because we were getting the kill regardless, so I didn't want to waste a charge.
On the path. Fight as one.
I'm impressed, honestly.
Okay, so let's do the same thing here. Let's go ahead and first aid up Alden.
We need to move. Be gone.
Oh shoot, right. There was a reason that I went there before.
You need me? Sure thing.
But I want to pull I wanted to move in, but I don't think that's a reasonable option.
I've read about these.
Keep it up.
Okay, and now we can come up here. So now, let's see. So if we set up the enchant weapon, we're still short. But I think that might be fine.
They didn't stand a chance.
Because then we can get the kill here with Cassandra. Give her a little bit of love.
Bad side.
And then we can move Benji up as much as possible. Now, over here. So this was kind of the issue, is really just like these three is how do I want to pull them in? And maybe the thing is I don't pull this one and I just try and pull these two.
Let's rock.
So I just do something like
Hold still for a moment.
let's see. So I have one turn of repulsor shield.
Hope this works.
And you can attack anywhere in here, which is kind of annoying. So then let's do this. Let's put... damage dealt reduced by 10. So if we put Arthur here... I think he can fight these two. And then if they just don't go for him, it doesn't matter. And we can get good damage over here. And then your damage is super reduced, so I don't care about this. This is just good damage, assuming we hit. Great. Which also... ah, there we go. They're starting to come up behind us. All right. I can't come up here because of this guy. 25 damage. How much do we do here? 25. So I could cleanly kill here. And then we can kind of team up here. And I can only be attacked here by one enemy. So I'm thinking I come with Zax and set up a charged key. Which then if I do that... Oh, right. The whole reason I can't do that is because you're here. If I can get you out of here, though.
Let's rock!
Which I don't really have a great way to do so. Suppose I could put Alden here, pull some hits, take these two out. Arthur kills here, but then again, Saxon is kind of off doing his own thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, but Arthur...
Yes?
Hang on. Arthur, I can not pull back. I have to have him here, but then Alden's here. Let's see. So I put you here. What kind of damage are we looking at? Actually, not great damage. So, I'd have to do this.
Hope this works.
Damn good technique.
You sure?
What is my regular attack? Oh, okay. Never mind. So let's have Arthur come here.
Be gone.
Kill here. Get some damage going here. Monkey gets the kill for some gold.
Fight as one.
She's going to be our Melanie.
This is what it takes.
And now the question is... God, stats get reduced by 3 combats. It's not even 3 turns. So then it should probably be Arthur, because Arthur I'm not really getting into combat. His Lunar Reeve doesn't care about that. But what is this? Deactivate. Oh, do I have to hit? Oh, I have to hit both of these to turn the poison off. Okay.
I can do this.
And then let's see. So these two are targetable just by this one. So let's put our Fortitude guy here.
Yep.
Cassandra's going to heal him up.
Let me help.
can modify his heal style. Oh, yeah. Good point. Good point. It's a little bit too late now. But yes, that is something to keep in mind for the future.
I'm there.
Oh, yeah. You can't attack here anyway. Okay, so that's totally fine. Okay, easy enough. Unfortunately, let's see, I can't heal Arthur. I can't heal from over here, so I don't necessarily need to pop this turn, I don't think. So we can save Arthur.
Yes?
And just kind of pick off these units. Good lord, we're already on turn 5? Yeah, I was just gonna say, holy crap. I gotta book it. So, with that being the case, technically 6 turns left, right? Because we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Speak.
Man, see, like, ideally... Well, if I put you... Let's see. So you have... So if I put you here, I can deactivate this next turn. And then I don't get countered back here. I gotta pull, I think, at least one of you. So we're definitely pulling you. We're not pulling you. But you might come this way.
Coming. I'll protect you.
Right.
Okay, so I have 2 attacks with her. So let's get the kill here, because then we'll get extra block.
That'll have to do.
I don't think the 5 turns are as scary as I think. Because as soon as I deactivate this and go into the poison, then it's 2 teams on 1. Right now it's slow going because I only have only one team at a time. But as soon as we team up, I think I'll be able to get through this fairly quickly. Man, the thing is, I kind of like want to get Benji into a combat. Otherwise, like, if he gets multi-striked here, we're gonna have issues. So I'll put you here on the fortitude. So what do I want to do down here?
We need to move.
Gonna worry about that. I don't really have to worry about this one, so it's just this one. Whoever I'm putting here. $46. So I feel like this one's just the problem, because like I can get Arthur up here and deal the damage. I could also put Arthur down here and maybe use Alden and Valeria to block either side of him, so that way this unit can't get there, although this one's a problem. And I got to be careful because these guys do freaking crazy damage to Valeria. They're actually going to double both my tanks, so that's kind of a problem. I get 18. Well, if I 18 both these guys, that brings them down to, what, 21 and 28? And I can Lunar Reeve this back one. And this one's a lot easier to kill.
Time to ride.
Oh no, I can't get there. It's only 2 spaces, it's not 3. So I would have to put Saxon here. So if I put you here, Saxon here, Call a Storm, I would want to put Arthur up here to Lunar Reeve. Ugh, but then I have 2 units up here that are just going to die to that unit, so I don't think I can do that. And I also want to be careful of this one getting tag teamed here. I could bring Saxon up here. Do our call. And then I can probably get the... Oh, no, I don't have mana for that. Well, I could do Command Hyena. Like, that definitely gets the kill. So maybe I don't even have to do Call... I don't have to do Call the Storm. Because Hyena gets the kill here, but really this one's the problem. So maybe I even want to use Hyena there, but then, like, how am I doing that? I'd have to put her here. That still puts her in danger zone of this wolf. So defensively, these two are kind of the same. Saxon's probably the best option because he's not going to get doubled. But Saxon can't really do much here. Or against the tree. So we'd want to potentially use him to take out here. So if Valeria's being used for heals, Zanel takes care of this. How am I dealing with this? Heal Alden. Alden goes here. That draws fire here. I can also blind here. Arthur goes here for the turn. Deactivate this. Saxon deactivates this. I think I like that the best. Oh, but then there's the freaking attack from here on her. And I can't put her here because then she gets 1, 2, 3. Because we kill here, the wolf can come all the way down here. God, this is a mess. This is a mess.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's get rid of this guy. Just started the campaign yesterday. The difference between demonic and deity is night and day. Yeah, for sure. Just the fact that like I wish that I could play on demonic without the one death clause. It's definitely hard, but it's I mean it's fun to play like this. Now from here, now here's the challenge. So I think what I want to do from here. Oh, I don't even have any abilities. Can I 1v1 this guy? That might be dangerous. What if I did this? And just attacked him for 19? Or is that worthless? Because that would take the pressure off of Zanil.
I can do this. Let me handle this.
Who, me?
So I have to come up here. Well, Alden's gonna get a first aid. So he's gonna get that health back.
Go me! And cute as a button to boot.
Be gone.
And then from here we can kill here. We're making a little bit of backwards progress.
Happily.
And then I'm gonna hold here for the extra fortitude. Oh, Valyria.
Let's see you dodge this.
Well, we don't worry about that. We worry about that after the fact. I mean, look, I don't know how the AI makes its decisions. But some of the choices it's made, I'm not necessarily complaining about. That was a bit more terrifying than I thought it was going to be. So we're on turn 6. So range 1 magic isn't great against my range 2 physical. We can magic this guy at range 1, which then pulls this guy in. And then, so what that does is puts us in a situation where I'm probably going to send Benji up here to deactivate while everyone else proceeds this way.
Put me in,
right, because, well, I can get some extra damage there.
fear.
If I do that to pull... Game got a patch update just now? What was included? I think that's literally just enough. I'm literally 1 damage short. Okay, so we can
Let's let loose.
can we flip the script? 14, 20, yeah, and then Benji, can you get this kill? Oh, well, actually, we can come up here, put a banner down, and then we're pretty much good everywhere.
Let Benji help.
Wait a minute, why is this still... For all allies. So does that not count him? Okay, it still gets us in killing range. And, okay, here's the thing. We got another weird situation here. Yeah, I think this is... what's your speed? Okay, you can't outspeed me. I think this is going to look like a weird play, because it looks like I'm putting myself in the danger zone to get smacked, and I am. But I'm in a situation again, kind of like Chapter 3, where I just need to push myself in as far as possible to be able to get to this square. So while I could attack from like this position, or I could have attacked even from down here, I want the extra 2 spaces of movement, because as we saw in Chapter 3, it can literally come down to 2 tiles of movement. And so then I'll be able to, you know, push in on these guys if necessary next turn. Although that put me in a situation where I can't get here with Benji next turn. So I maybe should have thought about that and maybe put him up here. %, huh?
Let me help.
I'm there.
So, let's see. Same thing here. I want as much movement as possible. Want to be up as close to this second area as possible. That's basically what I mean.
Hey, finders keepers, right?
Okay, so same thing here. Got to move up as far as possible. What I might even do here. Oh, but Purify is going to take my attack, so I can't actually do that in the same turn. But ideally, I think I want to deactivate first, so that way I can come into this poison. %74% chance, huh?
Happily.
Well, we can pretty much guarantee that kill. Can I get the kill here? You have 43 health. We do 34. That's 9. We should be able to kill you. But then I have to go up here. I don't really want to do that.
You
oh,
sure?
But I have Key Blast.
Let's get it done.
Gain some health back.
We need to move. Be gone.
Okay, keep charging up that Lunar Reeve.
The sky's the limit.
Then from here... Actually, what is this damage we can do? Down to 3, so I should Repulsor Shield.
I'm here, don't worry. It's us or them.
So then ideally, I think you should take the stat drop. You can deactivate. Alrighty, let's take a look here. Well, so Benji can't get here, but he can get the loot. So there's at least that. First thing we're gonna do here, though. Hang on, I am right about this, right? Attack heal equal to bleed. Yeah, so we can come up here. Transfusion. This is also going to help us do more damage with Riordan. Attack here. It's not great, but we get to heal back up a little bit.
Keep it up.
And then we get to pull this guy in for a bit of damage. I guess we get to pull 2 attacks in. But I don't want to send Gwyn in. Okay, so I gotta be a little bit careful about up here. So you see what I mean? Like, we still have this. If you count this as the 4th turn, I think we have more than enough time to get up here. Now let's see. So I gotta be careful about Valeria. She's pretty low. I could even just get the kill here. Do you get any? Do I have you any bonuses? So then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Riordan here.
Right.
Because you should be able to get this kill, right? Do I even need to... 10 additional damage? That's pretty hot.
Let's put it to good use.
Nice. We get the coin. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do the turn 9. I don't want Riordan getting attacked twice, though. Kamari, I'm fine with that. And I actually don't even need to deactivate until next turn. So I was thinking I was going to have Cassandra go ahead and deactivate, but I think I just have Benji this turn come up here to loot.
I love loot.
And then next turn he can deactivate. And so this turn I can use Cassandra to heal. And I think... $14... Yeah, so we're gonna be healing Riordan.
Let me help.
To pull these 2. So I don't really have to worry about them all that much. Now the thing is, I can't really pull the bear without pulling at least the wolf. But if I think if I just pull with Alden, I'm fine. And then that allows us to deal with these 2. And I don't want to move up here because then that's 3 attackers. That's a little bit too much.
Good call.
I agree, Alden. Thank you. Get there. Let's see. So my movement is reduced, so I am kind of stuck here. So the only thing I can really do is hit you for 40. Well, my fortitude's pretty high. So you're not going to kill me in a turn. And you're blinded, so there's a chance you might not even do that much against me. We could potentially weaken you up with Saxon. Is that something I want to do? Or would I rather... I think I would rather have him up here.
Moving it.
And then maybe leave... Yeah, man, I wish she could heal herself. Leave Valyria down here, because she's going to attack here, and then on my next turn, Arthur we can Lunar Raven and kill here easily. So let's actually come up here and heal.
Hold still for a moment.
There's 2 units that can attack Alden. I don't want to put... I'm actually fine with leaving Saxon down here, I think. And just taking a turn.
I can do this.
To not really push up. And even then, if this guy pushes up here, that's fine, because then next turn I can move Alden even farther. So I'm actually fine with him potentially leaving him there as bait. Yeah, that mess there is great for me. We get really good damage with Kamari. Bear comes down. Bear's big scary.
You simply chose the wrong side.
Alrighty. From here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I just have to get to this line. Well, actually, I would have to get to this square specifically, right? Because from here, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So as long as I have someone here, I would have to pull this unit. But if I have someone here, which I can't do. Okay, that's fine. We don't get the by turn 8, which was a focus rune. Would have been nice to have, but I'm assuming we'll be able to get both of these chests. So that's a decent trade-off. I don't know if I'll be able to kill this guy. I would like to, but we'll see if that happens. So now we know we don't need to rush to get the turn 9 one. So, let's see. You can come down here. You can also come here. So I think what I'm actually going to do... Okay, so my plan is to bring Kamari here. Oh, wait. Do I have enough mana for it? I do. Okay, so bring Kamari here. Transfusion to apply bleed to both of this. That'll increase the damage Riordan can do here. I can kill the Trent. You obviously can't hit me back. But I'll heal off of all the damage here. I can bring Cassandra in to heal as well, and there's no one who can hit her. I'll draw this guy down to attack. Oh, crap, but he can double. But I'll be at full health. This guy can attack too, though. That's not great. Not great. So then maybe I just do the same thing, but from here? Oh, I can't heal with Cassandra then? Unless I heal him right now. Heal him right now, come here, transfusion, transfers over here, a magic attack here. He'll get an attack off on me, but then I'm only facing one attack rather than two.
Alrighty. Let me help.
Cassandra getting to 6 is really nice. She was kind of starting to fall behind a little bit. She's starting to pull back into close proximity. Oh, shoot. That's right. I can't get here. The wolves be scary, though. So if he hits me for 20... You hit me for 12, that's 32. It's dependent on how much I heal for. I think that math is fine. Like, unless they crit me, I don't think they can kill me. So, in battle save, I guess I've never used battle save before. Ah, I see. So there's one battle. Okay, so there's one battle slave slot that you can basically use to reset your checkpoint. To basically put a checkpoint in.
They will know fear. Your death awaits.
Oh, right. He can't even hit me from here, so I just get full health. Right. I was only taking damage if I was a little bit farther away. So I think I'm safe. I think I'm safe from this point. I don't think I'm putting him in risk of death.
One more step towards ascension.
That was actually a really good level. So I haven't seen this. I don't know why there's no tooltip on this, but can someone chime in? What are exhaustion stacks? Is that what reduces lightly exhausted? Okay, I answered that.
Orders.
One thing that helped me a lot with Time Mission was changing Arthur into Scholar. He has teleport. Oh yeah, I mean, we could definitely do that, which is a possibility. Because it's like, I'm not really using... but the thing is, then I lose the heal on Arthur, and the heal has been really nice. And I'm going to be honest, I don't want to spend like that many more astral coins swapping around my units, but I can definitely see... the argument in that. Plus, spreading around... yeah, kind of as a teleport. Not exactly what you want, though. It's towards you, not... Exactly. It's more of a rescue spell, right? It's not... getting someone to the exit.
Here, buddy. Nothing's
that was fantastic. Both defense and fortitude. Nice. Wow, way to waste that crit.
I always win.
Way to make it happen.
It's just a safety measure if the map is failing. Plus map, you could just finish it instead of restart it. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay, let's put you here. Deactivate. Yeah, so here we can just go ahead and Lunar Reave this guy down.
Be gone.
Now here, let's see. So I want to throw the heal here. Can I kill you with a monkey? Not particularly. I would have to soften you up, which actually I have a pretty good way of doing. Because I want to heal here. I think what I want to do is put Valeria here, heal. Have Alden come up and get the loot, which is going to draw this guy in. Because this guy's coming down here. This may... Well, this demon might actually go here, so this is kind of like a safe space. I can use Leech Life here, finish off with the monkey.
You sure?
By the way, green skill, you should be using it from the start. It doesn't count down. It only gets used when she attacks. Good point. Does she have mana for heal? I don't think she does. Yeah, she doesn't. Good point. Good point. Yeah, I just don't want to use her green ability when there's a kill that I don't have to use it for. Good point. So then Alden probably should not go there.
Time to ride.
So then that leaves the question, what do I want to do with these?
You sure?
His AoE ability? Well, I could hit him with the Ki Blast. Ki Blast would weaken him up, and then I can finish off with Zanil. Question is, what do I want to do with these two? There doesn't seem to be a lot. That's not what I clicked. There's not really a whole lot I can do with these two. Other than just moving them forward one square, which kind of sucks, but kind of is what it is. I'm not finishing on turn 9 anyway. So we go for the Yeah, so we just go for the turn 10 win. And then we get what we get.
I can do this.
So I want to move everyone up as far as possible. The boss bear drops a crystal essence.
Fight as one. Progress cannot
That's
be
worthless?
stopped.
What even is it?
Spreading
I'm trying to think what a crystal essence is. I don't remember.
Sure thing.
It's upgrade abilities. Ah! Okay. Yeah, that's not necessary. Oh, that sucks. Okay, don't care about this. Those aren't nearly far enough. These don't matter. That's the only one that's relevant here. I don't think there's anything you can do. Technically, this is relevant. That could become relevant. Okay, so how do I make as much forward progress as possible? What does she do? One range magical. Okay, so ideally, I gotta get someone up here. Hey, what's up, Philo? How we doing? How we doing? Because if we're up here, regardless of which space we're on, unless they literally both block me here, which would suck. Actually, that's not true. If he puts me there, then I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not enough. So I'd put someone here. Because then, regardless, I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm gonna use this bear as a marker. Also gonna keep that in line. Let's see. So.
You sure? Let's get it done.
How much damage was that? 18. So technically my blast is more. And I don't take damage for this potentially. If I'm looting here, I can't heal unless I put Alden there. I can loot a reeve from here. What are we at? 44, so that's just a kill, so I don't even have to worry about this.
They're mine.
Right. Yeah. Two more turns? Oh, we're good. We're good. I'm not concerned about the turns at all. One, two, three, four, five. Because I can put Saxon up here. I can put Kamari up here. That's out of range of these two, and then I have 2 units that can get there. And both of these units can't kill Kamari if they're here. And then I can get there. Alternatively, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I plop someone here this turn, okay, so then I think what my plan is, put Saxon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put Saxon here. I get Kamari up here. The bear and the Sylvan can't kill him. So if they both go this way, Saxon just walks in. And then worst case scenario, bear comes down here and blocks Saxon. Kamari can walk in regardless of where the Sylvan is. Sylvan's here. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I believe that's my play. So I have to be able to kill this wolf though. Without moving Kamari. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unless I send Riordan up here. That makes me a little bit more nervous. But I also don't think that that's an issue.
They will know fear.
$33. Let's see. So it's only 26. So I think I might actually have to rely on Saxon here. Actually, nope. I know what I need to do.
Let's rock.
I know what I need to do. Oh, but then if... Oh, new plan. New plan. Okay, we can guarantee it. We can guarantee it. Just in case. Just in case. I think I have a way to guarantee it. So that way is as follows.
Let me patch you up.
We heal. There's no sense in attacking because Arthur's going to come up here. Lunar Reef. We are then going to send Saxon up here. Saxon waits here. Alden comes up here. Waits there. Zanil can go this way to help out next turn. Kamari is going to come over here and wait a turn. Riordan is going to go here. We are going to stun here.
Let's move, people.
Get her up a little bit closer. Go ahead and pop the enchant weapon. Kill here.
It had to be done.
Get a level up.
That'll have to do.
Yep.
I can't heal up here. No one can hit him anyway, so it's fine. And so what this does is basically it means any of these 3 characters here can walk in. And they can't all be hit by more than one enemy. And they can all take these fights. Yep. So then we're going to be able to walk in. So now we can just come up here.
Hey,
we loot.
Finders keepers, right?
Come over here.
Ooh,
we loot.
Pretty.
Go for as much XP as we can.
We need to move.
Let's see here. Gets you down to 30. I mean, there's nothing on the big bear that I really care about getting, I guess. I don't need to kill the middle bear. That's not true. We can make it here with Kamari. That's why I lined all 3 of these up, because the only potential hiccup here was that this Sylvan comes down, but can't even... There's no source of aggro here, so she couldn't come down this way. Yeah, so I made sure that all 3 of these were able, as long as one of them wasn't blocked, they could all seize. The only hiccup there would have been, again, she can't even reach here, so it's not even a problem. But I suppose technically she could come here and we'd have the same issue, which is why I put Gwyn over here and Zanil over here, so that way we could have some range support just in case we needed it. So yeah, I guess technically we can try and kill it, but I don't really have any way of doing it. Yeah, I think you're right. I probably should have focused here. I don't think ultimately it's... Let's see. Can I do anything here? It's 23.
Well done.
So that's 20. I can do 19 with Saxon. Oh. No, actually, I just come up here. So then let's set up... Good point. Good point, Axel. That's why you're here. And then we actually also get the gold. So this is actually literally just best option here. Good call. Good call. Appreciate it.
Stronger. Stronger.
And then let's go ahead and grab a heal.
I'll protect you.
And wait, that was no gold? Oh, right. Yep, you're right. You're totally right. That's all right. That's all right. We at least got the item.
Just like the good old days.
Look at that. What was that? That was the second time, right? Who died the first time? Oh yeah, that's right. Valeria died. I didn't think she could. I thought she could take the wolf a lot better than she did. Hey, Axel, you juked me. You were like, wait until next chapter. This one was way easier than the last chapter. This one was quite a bit easier, I think. Just because it wasn't a survival, I think. Yeah, last chapter was tough. This one was cool. I like this one. And I didn't have those two like spell sword guys coming at me. Like, those are a problem. There's a very annoying chapter coming up. Well, don't tell me that. No, that's okay. That's okay. We play for these. Yeah, Alden was great. Honestly, Kamari. So Kamari is kind of what I want Cassandra to be. I think that I want to make her into a ritualist and have her be like applying blood, being able to heal herself, but also being able to heal allies. I think that's kind of what I want her to be. But we'll see. I got to look at the other options.
I gotta tell you, not what I pictured the lumberjacking life to be like.
What's the situation, Kamari?
Disquieting. I had suspected evidence of some kind of decay, but this ward is shattered. This was no creeping magic, but a single brilliant burst, rending the barrier in an instant.
Okay, but what does that mean for us?
It means bad news. It doesn't take much magic to cause that kind of buildup, just a lot of time.
Years of magical decay all at once. There are few powers on Terrazale that could accomplish such a thing.
Then what exactly are we dealing with here?
I do not know, but there is only one place it could have struck to wreak such havoc. The heart.
Impossible.
What is this heart?
It is the birthplace of the Weald, lying at its very center. A mighty tree, ancient and alive. This place was built near to it, to better tap into the deep well of magic that lies there.
If something had struck at the heart, it would also strike at the well powering the wards. That must be it.
It would also explain the corruption of these woods. Can we still rebuild the network?
I can, but first the corruption must be excised. Then I can purify this central ward, and thus all the others.
Would that not render the opposite true as well? Could one use the same principle to destroy the remaining wards?
Zanil, you would dare?
Gwen, you know what I'm suggesting, don't you?
I do, but...
Enough! I'll die before I see the heart used as a weapon against my people. You go too far, as ever is your wont.
And you do not go far enough! Closing your heart to the world, out of what? Fear? Hatred?
I have not known fear in over a century, girl. As for hatred, I do not hate man. But their lives are short, and so do they treat the world with frivolity. Left in their hands, all the Weald would be but one more resource to exploit in their games of war.
You're wrong, Kamari. We would be the Weald shepherds, as ever we have been. But there is much we could teach man, and much man could teach us.
You would have them teach us of their ways, of warfare, and empire, and domination. I think not.
It is not our decision to make, I fear. For it is neither the Kasaba or Kaba who would march upon the heart, but the Order.
You would leave the fate of the Weald in their hands?
Zanil, are you sure about this?
Kamari will not listen to reason, but you might. Please, if you do this, the Weald could become a part of your world. We could be allies.
Unthinkable. Destroying the barrier would make the Weald an easy target for the Asverell dogs these ones fear so greatly. Aid me, and you will gain something far greater. The favor of Kamari, eldest of all the Sylvans.
Repairing the network would severely limit Asverell's movement in the region. And I'd hate to get on Kamari's bad side, but... surely, if we've the chance to convince the Sylvans to open their borders to us, we must take it. There's so much we could learn from them.
I hear you, Alden. We should...
Oh, no. Oh, mother... God damn it. Shit. Oh, man. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I don't fully know what's going on in the story. So if I can get, like, and explain like I'm 5, that would be fantastic. Let's see. A young Sylvan elf who wants to destroy the protective wards and allow Sylvans to join the rest of Verroa. Sylvan chieftain who wishes to reinforce the wards, ensuring the Sylvans can continue their way of life. The 3 runes is really nice. I'm personally leaning towards Zaniel just because I think I am more likely to use her. I don't know. Go for the story. Yeah, I mean, I'm going for the story slash characters. Because I think for the most part, these are probably going to be fairly balanced. The elixirs are kind of whatever. I could give or take either one of those. I obviously have a couple characters that I need a bow on. I don't have one. And then dagger, like, obviously it would go on Kamari if I had it. So really it's just like, this is just a second option of do you want Kamari? And then like runes versus gems depends what color, obviously, and depends what type of runes, obviously. Personally, I'm leaning towards Zaniel. So I think I'm going to go this way. Where did you guys go? I'm kind of locking in my answer here. And then I want to see what you guys picked. See if I'm making the consensus option. It sounds to me like Joel went with Kamari. Could be wrong. Oh, well, you also said the bow is good, so technically, so you might just know what they are. You went Zaniel. Yeah, you both went Zaniel. Okay. Like I said, I kind of locked in this option before, but considering you both went Zaniel. Oh, you made a second save. That makes sense. Yeah, I think we're all kind of on the same page. And so the fact that, because again, as far as what's really going on in terms of like what this does to the politics of the world, I'm not 100% sure on, but based on what I heard, I was leaning this way anyway. So we're going to do this.
Zaniel's plan is risky, but for too long have the Sylvans hidden themselves away in the Weald. If we can play a part in opening them up to the
And
world,
I like her character a little bit better than Kamari.
I told you all I know in the hopes that you would cooperate with me. That you were truly here to help. But you are as all men are. Selfish, short-sighted, and destructive. You destroy where others would mend. And that is your failing.
Kamari, please!
Silence! You've made your choice, Zaniel. But know this. When you find yourself cowering behind a shield of idealism against imperial steel, you will find its resilience wanting.
I confess, I had hoped to convince him of the righteousness of our cause.
Why? He seems like a real piece of work to me.
He may seem unpleasant, but he is a good man at heart. I suppose it no longer matters. Come, we should make haste. And thank you, friends. The Kasaba will not forget what you've done for us.
And
hey,
besides
not
the
that
point,
it isn't appreciated, but you should save the praise for after we save the day.
Besides the point, what am I going to do? Say no to the elf girl that I literally put on the thumbnail for the stream? I would be... I can't do that.
Right. Let us depart, yes?
My hand was forced. I had to go Zaniel. I had to. Okay, sweet. So, Cassandra here, we can go ahead and go to class trees. So let's take a look here. This is kind of the first time that we've gotten to take a look at the shaman class trees. At least on the save. We did in the demo, but it's been a while. So we obviously know what ritualist is. Which again, very helpful for support. of note here. Looking cute. Elementalist, what do we got here? Shield and ally with ice applying 7 heavy block stacks. So, okay, so the difference here between light block and heavy block is how many blocks received. Cast a Pillar of Flame dealing 24 damage in a 5-tile AoE. Okay, so it's a cross pattern. Yeah, so you already have the healing from her. You get the ice, you get the shield. That's a lot of mana, though. Power increased by 4 after ability use until next combat. Heals up to 2 allies in a line. Create a 3x3 whirlpool that units cannot move out of for 1 turn. Mana cost reduced by 30%, so that seems interesting. And then we have Juggernaut. Consume all active debuffs to heal for 9 each. Call Flames causing your next 2 attackers to take 9 damage after combat. Taking damage restores mana equal damage taken. Okay, I don't think that I want to go this direction. This was most appealing to me, and I think now especially that I know that we... Like, I didn't know we were going to lose Kimahri, so I was initially like, do I really want 2 Ritualists? Now that we've lost Kimahri, I feel like I'm way more likely to go Ritualist. Especially because Riordan likes hitting enemies that have debuffs on them. Right? Where does he get that from? Why am I thinking that he does that? Oh, right. Because I have the... So technically it doesn't matter. I could put this on anybody. Kimahri takes a lot less damage. That's fair. Her defenses aren't quite as good. Well, what is it? What do we do if we go here? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, that sucks. That's a good point. That's a good point. But if I'm not mistaken, hold the phone while I look through these rings for a second. There was a ring that I saw. I just don't know if I have the gems for it. Turn with weight, any turn with weight, max tree, increased by 1. I don't think it was that. Okay, so I don't even think I have it. A user is a debuff healer with a range attack if needed. Yeah, that's because that's kind of what I think I'm gonna do with her. What was the ring that I saw? Sorry, I'm forgetting what the ring was that I saw. That's the thing. But I remember seeing a ring that was good. I was thinking with Kimahri. Mana. Oh, maybe it was Bloodied Ring, but I would have to increase her max HP. Because like she gets a really big growth rate to her HP. Like, having heavy weak stacks, like, so what do we get here for going Wave Seer? We get a Whirlpool. But what is the range on this? Is it just around her? This is just like so much damage. And it gives her something to do. I think I'm tempted to go. I think I'm still tempted to go to Ritualist. Okay, so that was it. Well, you know what I'm going to do? So, I think I'm at the point where I do need to end the stream because I have some stuff to do tonight. So, I'm going to sleep on it. I'm going to sleep on it, think of what I want to do, because again, I don't want to waste all my coins, which is something I used my coins not too quickly, but I kind of changed my mind. Like, I think I like Gwyn as a Seeker. Valeria is still, like, her defenses are kind of low, which sucks. So, you know, that's one of those things, like, I wish I could take back the defense elixir that I used on Gwyn and pop it on Valeria, but it's too late for that now, so it is what it is. But, you know, I think that it could work. We'll see. I think it's better than Nightblade. Rordan as Ranger was great. Loved him as Ranger. If we can keep getting some defense levels, it'll be sweet. But I really liked this choice. I thought this was a great option, personally. Alden is still great. Zanil has been totally fine. Saxon is still pretty good. And then Arthur continues to kill. Like, Arthur, I don't think there's really a bad option, to be honest. Like, maybe Warlock. Raises fortitude stats, so you just, like, make him a huge magic tank. I think I still like him as Geomancer. Having a heal within 3 tiles is just, like, so helpful. 2 range away from the caster can be upgraded to 3 range away. Okay. Okay. I mean, you're selling me more on it. Just looking at stats here. Should have better defense against magic. But she loses so much health. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna sleep on it, and then when we come back to start Deity 2, I'll have a selection made. And then I'll also take a look at rings and all that kind of stuff. We do have a might elixir. Oh, no. We have a dex. God, you know what sucks is that dex one, like, probably goes on Gwyn, but, like, God, we just, like, heavily stacked her. Anyway, so let's go ahead and... No, I don't want to do that. System. Let's go ahead and save. All right, so that's where we're going to leave this one. Jeez, I'm going to have to act faster so that we're not doing just one chapter a day, but if that's the case, then we can spread out this experience. I don't want to, like, blow through this game. I really like this game, and I want to kind of take it for what it is. So I should be, I don't know what my plans are for weekends, but I'll probably try and get a stream, probably just one of the 2 days. I don't know which day, so I'm not going to commit right now, but once I figure it out, I'll put up a, you know, I'll schedule it on YouTube so you guys will see it beforehand. Yeah, because I have a lot of recording to do this weekend. A lot of recording to do. But that's okay. Because I'm at a really good point with Felseal. I have figured out what I want to do with my main cast of characters, and also have two units right now that are like sub-ins that I'm working on. So now having like a plan that I'm going for is going to be super helpful moving forward, because half the headache of Felseal is just figuring out like what classes you need everyone to be and what level you need those classes to get to, so that way you're not like wasting time on a class that you don't need to level. And some of the plans that I have for characters, oh my god, is there a fucking tree to get through to give them the passives that I want to give them. Some of these trees are just like, I don't know how you would get through a game if you didn't know how to pass through these trees, because you have to like what's the toughest one? Like assassin is getting dual wield on a character is so annoying. It's so annoying. Like you can get the ability to wield a two-handed weapon in one hand pretty easily, because you just have to level your mercenary class to, I think, level 6. To get dual wield, you have to get assassin to level 6, I think. Or no, I think it's the last one in the assassin tree, so I think it's 7. And like to get assassin, I think you have to level, oh Jesus, what's the path? I think you have to level gunner to 4. To get gunner, you have to have knight, mercenary, and ranger to level 4. And then to get knight, you have to have, what is it? Do you start with knight? I don't know. It's a whole fucking tree. You have to get a million different classes leveled up. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. But now I have it all written down, so I know the order I'm doing it, so I can keep track, and it's going to make it a lot more fun. Once I have everything written down and planned out, the games just kind of like open up and I kind of relax, because I don't have to like keep stress every time I pop into, like, every time I finish a mission and then pop in to be like, oh, what do I need to level? Do I need to switch over my class now? I don't remember what I was doing with you. Now I just don't have to worry about that. And now I can just focus on having fun with the game, playing through the story. And yeah, but that game has some of the most fun builds I think I've ever seen. There's so much customization. I can't compare it to Final Fantasy Tactics. And Joel, if you're still here, I realized at the beginning of the stream I forgot to address your comment you made the other day where you brought up Final Fantasy Tactics, and I remembered. I was like, yeah, I'll address it after this turn, and then I just like never addressed it. If you're still here, basically what I was going to say is that I really want to play Final Fantasy Tactics, but I'm really hoping that they come out with a remake soon so I can play the remake as opposed to having to emulate the game, because unfortunately, you know, there's not even like a ported version on Steam or anything, which sucks. You know, you can play all the Final Fantasies, but you can't play, well, I guess you can't play all of the Final Fantasies. You can play most of them, you just can't play Tactics, which is kind of obnoxious. So yeah, I from what I know, the class system is similar to Tactics. So I don't fully know how it compares, but I think it's kind of the same thing. You have like job points or action points that you spend on classes, get different upgrades. You gotta get certain classes to a certain rank to unlock the next class. But yeah, that one's pretty fun, especially once I figured out the difficulty settings. I wasn't getting curb stomped every single map. Oh goodness, goodness. All right. Well, that is going to do it for this evening. Thank you everyone so much for hanging out. Had a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys did too. Like I said, I'll try and be back on sometime this weekend because I don't want to go another 2 days without playing some more Dark Deity. But got a bunch of recording to do, bunch of work. And yeah, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you so much guys for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Peace. Oh no, my screen.